Welcome to Guys Un Podcast, Episode 3, Part 1. My name's Anthony, and I'm here with my only co-host today, and that's Burgess.
Hey everybody.
Okay, so today, I know we talked a little in preparation for this episode. We got some pretty interesting things lined up. So first, I know you haven't seen it, but on Joe Rogan's most recent podcast episode, he talked about video games, saying that he did the normal parent argument where too much video games is unhealthy, and that's kind of part of the problem. The video games are so fun that the way he described it is somebody plays video games for 3 years straight. You know, they really didn't get anywhere. As to where somebody did something like, I don't know, I can't remember what he said. But, like, let's say you did karate for, 3 years, you know? I'm pretty sure he said jujitsu. But anyways, you get to open your own dojo and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many different ways you could go with that. But with gaming, he said there's really just a fine line on where you can really go. And Ninja had something to say about that. He said that he said that even if you're not particularly good at video games, if you understand the video games, you can still become a coach, which is something that's starting to become more and more prevalent nowadays. So, what do you think about that?
Well, I think he has a point. It won't really take you anywhere, but it really has helped me through a lot of things, especially during the school year.
Right.
Because school was really stressful for me.
Uh-huh.
And just having that outlet to, take away my stress and I can feel relaxed. It just really helped a lot with, just school in general.
I got you. But would you agree, and I think this is kind of what Joe Rogan meant, was video games is not the issue. It's that video games are so fun that people make it unhealthy on how much video games they play. Do you agree with that?
I mean, yeah, I could see that.
Because I definitely agree with that. Too much video games is unhealthy, whether you want to admit it or not.
I know.
You know, and too much of anything's unhealthy, but that's just the way it is. Okay.
But I think video game has been such a big outlet to people, especially when it comes to things like school and that kind of thing.
And the rise and the recent rise of content creators, where there was a low for a while, where internet personalities and content creators was at a low, where really nothing was happening. Well, now it's starting to become on the rise again, and more content creators are coming up, and that's kind of why we're here today. You know what I mean? Me and you.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that we can get on that with everyone else.
I'm hoping this can actually,
become something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see what else. So I know you've seen it. I've seen it too. We talked about it a little. What site was it? Oh, I can't remember. There's been this thing going around, especially in Google right now, saying that is Ghost of Tsushima better than Red Dead 2? Now, as we have spoke about this, it's not something that can be compared, because
they're comparing samurais to cowboys.
Exactly. It's like saying Sonic the Hedgehog is better than Call of Duty. It's something you can't compare. Because, I mean, you think about it, it's two completely different things. The games don't even line up, even remotely, other than the fact that there's, the violence, you know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. It's so stupid that someone would try and make that argument and divide players. But I'm gonna be honest. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, but I already have love for it. You know.
Yeah.
It's the reason why I want to get a PS4. Well, it just came out last week.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, and it was an unplanned.
Exactly?
It's an unplanned release. It's supposed to be a very faithful recreation of like early Japan,
I gotcha.
but there's like, it's a folklore stuff in it. Like it, it plays like a legend,
Yeah, I gotcha.
but it's very pretty. That's kind of its whole selling point. It's a new golden standard for gaming.
I mean, I thought Red Dead's graphics were. I think they're some of the best graphics I've ever seen.
And I think that's kind of where the argument came from, the fact that both games have beautiful graphics.
Yeah.
But personally, if I have to admit, Ghost of Tsushima has better graphics, if I'm being honest.
Well, then again, if you think about it, it's a newer game then.
Well, yeah, of course.
What's being compared to?
Of course, yeah. So, me and you've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah.
We've been going back and playing the older maps. We played 5 extensively. I mean, I've been really enjoying it.
A lot.
And now we've moved on, and we played Kino. Exactly. I've never really been that big on 5, and now it's becoming one of those things where it's one of our favorite things to do on Black Ops 1.
Growing on me.
Yeah. And now, with our recent getting back on Black Ops 2, I'm starting to really enjoy Transit, which is something I never thought I'd say.
Exactly.
And on top of that, me and you have really been enjoying Buried here lately. Whether it's getting pack-a-punched weapons before round 15 to having max perks before round 15, we've got it all. We've got it down pat.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd think it'd get boring after a while, but it's not, because no 2 games we play are the same. Now, with that being said, I really enjoy Transit. The way Transit's been playing for me and you lately. Because
I mean, there have been some pretty questionable things, but this is more connection-wise.
That, yes. But that aside... Well, yeah, when you, like, for example, we're in the middle of round, what was it, 20?
Oh, no. Oh, different time.
When you lagged off the bus.
When I was just chilling on the bus, and I just lagged out of it and just got annihilated.
Yeah. That wasn't fun. I don't really know how to explain that one, because up until that point we had no connection issues at all. And it seems every time we get on the bus, there's always connection issues, but it's only when we're on the bus. But yeah, we've, for the most part, us playing Transit, we've had a good time. We haven't tried to do the Easter egg at all.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something we should try to do eventually. Because that's a whole nother experience.
Exactly.
And that'll be fun. I know that'll be fun. But, with that being said, Black Ops 2's always been one of my favorites. By far.
Oh yeah, same here, but...
I had the most memories with Black Ops 2. But yeah, Black Ops 1 will forever be in my heart. But I had most of my memories on Black Ops 2. But I had a lot of good memories on Black Ops 1.
Yeah, well, that's where we changed a little bit, because I had most of my memories on Black Ops 1. Because me and my soon-to-be stepbrother played it so much whenever it first came out, especially Zombies. Well, all the DLCs, it was just amazing. It was an amazing experience.
That was where I was big on Zombies, was Black Ops 1. But then when I got to Black Ops 2, that was 5th grade. Late 5th grade. That was big for me then, because that was when this was cool, you know what I mean? Like, this is where it's at right here. So that's when I got really big in that whole scene. We've been playing a lot of games here lately, but it's always good to stop and it's always good to stop and calm down and take a break.
Oh yeah.
Like, sometimes I just like to sit back and just sit there and think, and just think about everything that's going
Yeah.
on. Not in a depressing sense, more in a
But just
where
thinking.
we are. You know what I mean? And feel fortunate that out of everything going on, I didn't, me and my family ended up being fine, and you and your family ended up being fine, or that we
Yeah.
continue to be healthy. I'm rather thankful for that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And even when I did get sick, I mean, I was fine.
Yeah, I know.
And now
You took
we've
it much better than other people have.
definitely.
That's just because
It's different. I guess
you
it's different strains, and I'm particularly
you're
healthy
very. But yeah,
and
you're pretty
active.
healthy in general.
So it
Especially
kind
active.
of, yeah. So it kind of, yeah, it makes sense that I'd be all right. But thankfully, it's not so bad where we're at right now, and it's slowly starting to die down. But I'm not sure in certain parts of the world right now, because
Yeah.
some signs are starting to show that I don't like the patterns that I'm starting to see, especially in China, where I think the second wave's coming hard in China.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang. I thought China was getting better about that.
It was slow. It slowed down there
Getting
for a
better.
while, but now I think it's finally time for the second wave to come around, and this is going to be when it gets bad. It's going to be
I think
bad
we
like the first wave.
aren't we in wave 2
Yeah, but
here in America?
yeah, we are. But I'm saying, other places in the world, they're getting there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when they do, it's going to get worse for them. That's why it was so bad for us there for a while, and it still is now. But we're getting out of phase 2. We're getting into recuperation phase.
Yeah, because it hit us hard, especially
Yeah.
because it's changed everything. Because we're usually Americans, well, us Americans, we're extremely social and active.
And for that
In
to
certain
change,
ways.
it's
It was really
bizarre.
rough.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, because I know I had a hard time because it was well, we both did because it was our senior year and we were finally starting to actually go places.
Yeah, and then we couldn't.
Here, Anthony, give me 1 second because I may cut out for 1 second.
Okay. But yeah, this whole virus, it'll die off. It'll be over soon. Everybody listening, wear a mask if you can. And even if you're against it, think about what you got going on around you. Think about your family.
Consider other people.
Exactly. Because just
Because
because you might not want to wear a mask, it might affect someone else.
Exactly, you're not wearing it. You're not wearing it to protect yourself. You're wearing it to protect other people. And
Exactly.
if other people wear it, they're wearing it to protect you.
Exactly.
So that's
But
how that works.
at the same time, the social distancing, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I understand it. I understand why it's a thing, and I understand why it's implemented, and I agree. We don't need to be all over each other, but if you break that every now and then, it's fine. If you touch somebody, go wash your hands, go use hand sanitizer, do something. Don't just let the germs stay on you, because that's when people get sick.
And also, make sure you're around people that you actually trust, because
Exactly.
I mean, I think it's safe, to be around family, like close family,
Definitely.
like parents and that kind of thing. Well, of course, but
well, we're gonna wrap this episode up here because we're approaching the 15-minute mark. This has been Guys in Podcast, episode 3, part 1. We've talked about a lot of interesting topics this episode, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. The time went by rather fast.
oh yeah,
I'm rather excited to see what we talk about in the next episode, and we might have announcements to make in the next episode. I'm not entirely sure at this current moment. So this has been, like I said, episode 3, part 1. We'll see you all in the next episode. Welcome to Guys